What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to some more Europa Universalis 5 as the Duchy of Greenland. We're here in 1437, the start of the Age of Discovery, and we have a leg up on our competitors here. I was looking through the trigger conditions for the New World, and I don't think we're going to be able to spawn it. You need to have... We're under dynamic rule set, so let's go through these and see what we have. So first, we are in Western Union. We can do that. We have an owner that is a port that has 2,000 burgers. The problem here is dominant culture. We don't have a lot of cultures, sorry, a lot of Icelandic land here. The best one we can do is probably Copenhagen, where we do have 2,000 burgers, but we don't have Icelandic. Maybe we can actually catch up to it, though. Let's give that a go. We'll give it a chance. This is not a bad thing to be doing. We're going to try to assimilate Copenhagen and Zealand here. We were already working on it. And maybe if we get really lucky on a lot of rolls, we can get there. So we need 50% of our guys in Copenhagen to get this to form. I was also thinking about, do we want to stay or go Republic? And I'm going to commit to being the Republic, and I'm going to commit to the exporting ourselves to the New World just because I want to try it. And the question I have here is, when we start to colonize this region, I'm worried that we're going to have rebellions left, right, and center here, because this is not going to be connected to our main market, and there's some goods that we need to ensure we have access to, namely iron. There's not going to be a lot of iron in this northern Canadian region. It's going to be mostly fish, mostly fur, mostly like lumber. So we need to find good land that has iron. And we need to settle that as our primary thing, because iron's for tools. If you don't have tools, you can't make anything, but if we get iron, we'll be fine. The other option is, once we embrace New World, we can actually discover the transit routes here, and then we're fine because we can actually do trade. But until that is, we need to be self-sufficient in the New World. We'll be able to settle it, but we'll not be able to do trade because the routes are going to be strange. And we'll see that when we get to that colonization. Right now, we're doing the exploration of Canada. We're going to do all the exploration until I find a good starting set. I think Acadia might be a good target for us. We will see, but it's just going to be a matter of time here. So what we're going to do is we are going to come back when the New World spawns. We'll see if we get it. I don't think we will, I'm sad to say. 2% chance here. Yeah, 70% chance to spawn in Sevilla. So even if we have a spawn chance, it's going to be pretty low here. Yeah, we have discovered the Azores. We know they're here. We just need our culture somewhere. So let's see. Rights and nobility here. I think we're going to go probably for either the fortification maintenance. Clown Brock from Crab Cabinet isn't actually terrible, but we don't need a ton of... We're going to do electorate if it's available, but eventually we might leave electorate, and then in that case we'll do royal nobility. But for now we'll go electorate. Do we even have nobility in the cabinet? No, we got a lot of burgers. Well, gas has rivaled us. How much do we need? We need 30 ducats to get that thing integrated. We will not have some time. Well, guys took a lot of land here. Foreign investor, Teutons, Saxony, Bavaria. We will definitely take the progress here. Universities will be nice because our people can build universities themselves. Fullcaster, 5-bar optics, local assembly. Curious on if this will spawn. It's now 10% chance each month. So yeah, we're not going to get this in time. It is not possible to get us to 50% assimilation yet. But now we know what to aim for. We can actually aim for those in the future and make sure we have everything handled. I am going to do it in the North Isles area, because if we do it in the North Isles, we can core this land, which is going to be nice for us. And there's a small population, so it shouldn't be too hard to incorporate, but we will stop it in Zealand. We'll do it later, but not right now. So how is this going? We don't want to support the dissidents abroad. We'll eat the loss here. All right, so let's check this new land here. Did we get iron? No. See, lumber, fish, medicaments, and fur. Look over here. You don't see any iron here as well. We're going to need access to some of that. There's some bog iron you can use, but as you can tell, it's going to be quite rough here. We'll wait till we get another 10 exploration, and we're going to keep going through the list here until we can Do everything. Universities, education of the elites. Okay. Rights and ability we should do. Let's do the noble electorate. Do we have a fort? We don't have a fort, so maintenance doesn't really matter. Serfdom. Retransferring to serfdom yet? We're free subjects. That'll equalize us, though. Go for the electorate. The education of the elites we don't get till someone builds us a university. Could be me, but probably won't be me. All things considered. How far does this take up here? 16% chance, 15%, and 60%. So yeah, we need to have this prepared well in advance to even have a shot at it. Did we do meritocracy? It's spreading pretty well, but then we can wait a little bit till it spreads more before we pick it up here. So I know for a fact these regions in the north here don't have iron from my past games. I probably want to come and do like main area and just see. You know, I would love to do like Georgia, but if we go and select Georgia, which we'll see once we get a pop-up here. Georgia, we can only do, and there's New World anyway. We can only do from Greenland, and Greenland does not have the strength to get this done. So what we're going to do is sort by, let's do by time here. Beck is a good one. Let's do, I don't care about Nunavik. I don't care about Newfoundland. I want to do New Brunswick and below. And we can do it from this market. This is Lubeck area, so that means we can do it from Lubeck. 1 second. It needs to be Nunavik, I think was the... No. New Brunswick. Tonder. And where is our guy? Our guy is right here. Monthly progress goes up. He's 42. Paid good money for him, so we're going to get a use for him. Okay. It's exploration time. We're going to do that, a ton of that. All of these pike shot and things we're going to unlock. But again, our focus is on exploration. And then once we find a good starting area, I will go and stop doing the exploring and just do full settling. But I want to get the exploration done as soon as possible. And let the economy run itself for a little bit. When do we pick up meritocracy? I think... Anyone young? You're 28. You're getting charged that. Why is this not succeeding here? Is this just a waste? Let's just do it in our primary area. Do it in Zealand. Let's get ourselves set up to have a capital for the next spreads, but I feel like North Ireland, the islands up here aren't valuable for us at all. Yeah. Whatever, we'll come back once we find ourselves a new place to focus on. We're just going to be exploring. We're going to be saving up our money here because exploration is expensive, and we're going to let the estates do a lot of their constructions that are going to provide us value here. Leaning ever so more towards making Copenhagen our capital, but for now we'll keep it in Lund until we have a reason not to. Yeah. Don't want to pay money here. Pay money here either. We are just going to take the stat loss. Okay. But I'll bring you guys back once we have that update on the way. So I thought I'd show something interesting. This is the longest I've ever seen the Western Schism go on for, and I'm kind of getting fucking obliterated by it because we keep getting bad events related to this. And the UI is busted, so I have no idea if we're ever going to get a resolution to this. But at this point, I'm going to definitely be joining the Reformation when it comes, because this is insane. I don't know what this is supposed to... Like, I'm sure it's still working behind the scenes, but we've now broken the UI, because I've never seen this go into the Age of Discovery before, but thought I would share it. We're also still doing exploration. We've looked over here in Maine. and New England and New Brunswick, and we see no what's the word? No iron, but it's not a terrible area. We might still colonize it. I have to think about the stuff that people are going to want and demand. Because we can look over here. You know how we still have the nobility uprisings, right? Well, a lot of that's because you get really bad opinion if the guys that go here don't have things like wine, liquor, beer, beeswax, blah 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 blah. All of these negatives, um, and that's why we have problems with Greenland on basically on cycle here. We don't want to have that to the New World because we can go and put down rebellions in Greenland. We can't get to the New World until we get that passing here. Like this up here does not connect, so there's no way for us to get up to that area, and that's fine. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Almost what I want to do. We're gonna do this. We are gonna go and we're gonna load into a new game so I can see what spawns where. So I know if I'm wasting my time doing these explorations, and I should just start colonizing right now. So I'll be right back. We're gonna go to the new game screen. We're gonna see if we can look behind the Terra Incognita to find the new land, which it's metagamey, but who cares? We'll be right back. All right. So if we want iron, we need to get down to here. I think we're pretty close to that, right? So we just got to get to down here to Squamscott, which is, I don't remember where. Let's just make sure I lock this in my brain here. So it's the divider between these two areas, north of this area. This is like New York, I think. And so, is that New York? Whatever. We're gonna come back and get back into our game here. And that's where we want to start our settlement. Jesus, flashbang. Yeah, so it's right in here. We should get it. Might actually be the next one after it. What are we doing right now? We're doing New Hampshire. And it is Massachusetts. Well, why don't we just... Okay, we won't rush it. We won't rush it. I could start the colony here for New Hampshire and then explore Massachusetts, and that will work out fine. And then we'll just go north from there. Hanseatic War, Holstein, Hansa against Wolgast? Yes. Air June has been disbanded. That doesn't fucking matter. We're in a union anyway. So Hansa's trying to beat up Wolgast. That's interesting. They might want to get control over Lubeck, which we would love to have for ourselves. But whatever. We'll let the exploration go, and I'll bring you guys back once it's time to get our colony running. So see you then. All right, our colony is, not our colony, but our exploration of this place is done. Yeah, we need one more. We're going to start the exploration of Massachusetts. It is preparing. But outside of that, it is time for us to colonize, which we shall do. Let us look in this. So we want to go and do a colony. I want to do... Ooh, we actually only reached Canada. Really? Do I need a little foothold here then? Probably do. Let's get this started then. Do it in Labrador. We're going to go from Zealand. We're going to start the colonial process. We will get pretty good spread here. Maritime presence is going up, so we've been building up our navy. We're at 10 boats here. Trying to deal with the privateers. They are still, well, East Baltic and West Baltic are going down. Are you doing both? Control the seas, West and East Baltic. Would hope you're doing good here. Yeah, we're handling the West Baltic. East Baltic seems to be struggling. What controls that power there? Base value, harassment. I guess because we're mostly working in the West Baltic right now. Okay. That's fine. We're doing coring. There's Massachusetts. Exploration is starting of that one. That'll be good for us. Integrations are done. Do I do a third assimilation? Well, we can't aid the movement of people to the colonies just yet. I would rather do assimilates Because if we work on assimilates, we can have more and more of our population end up being our primary culture, and that will be good for us because we want to grow the Icelandic culture, make us more powerful. It's also going to help us get our culture use here down. Where is that? Right over here. This we probably want to maybe accept like Sweden and whatnot. Checking in on our plutocracy progress, we're at 70% of the way there. That's been just driven by other things. I want to do a second colony. I'll probably support two. Well, no, right now it's right around a ducat. If we do two, we're probably going to be around 5 ducats, or maybe 4 ducats, and that's going to get really close to our break-even point. I want to save some money so I can build up the colonies that we're going to be building here. Yeah, monthly literacy. I did check, by the way, our institutions are doing fine because the capital of our market, Lubeck, actually gets spread for the New World, which surprised me. They're picking up spread because this state right here, that is the capital of Lubeck, in the city of Lubeck, you get trade for the New World. So you already have embraced everything. And so I think we're getting New World spread as well. So it's not as bad. My test game for this, I think Denmark owned it, and I was not friends with Denmark. And so I never got that. I say test game. It was more like a failed run. We got to about 1,500, and I was like, I didn't like where we were. I feel like we had fallen behind in the New World stuff. We weren't doing well. And I was like, okay, we'll run it again. I didn't go... I committed to staying in the old world. And truthfully, we didn't have as bad of a start as here. Like, we were still only, like, this region. We never had taken the Denmark lands. But we had fought Sweden, so we had more in the New World, but... in the old world, I should say. But anyways, I didn't like it, and now we're here, and I think we're going a lot better in this time. Making 4 ducats with 10 in trade, not bad at all. Tempted to still build up our economy here. But I think saving the money is the right move. In fact, I'm going to commit to let's commit to spending our money here on exploration instead. We're going to just start mad dash colonizing everything we possibly can. We want to do a colonial rush and really embrace it here. Well, I say this, I'm clicking around like I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, and that's honestly true. And same from Zealand. Now let's do all 3. Let's do all 3, get up to 5 ducats. We can run 3 colonies. That's the 5 ducat mark I was looking at. That's what I had stuck in my head. It's going to be expensive. We can slow down our exploration, though, once this is done. Declared war on Sweden. We are urged to help them. I'm not going to help you. You can deal with Novgorod on your own. 5K. You've got 11K. If you lose this, you... well, never mind. The coalition. People. But not my problem here. They have no navy. This land sucks to walk across. Good luck invading Sweden. Have fun. Have fun. I don't care about favors, though. Can we get some favors? Unsuited for naval cannon, unsuited for army cannon. Extra merchant. Okay. Well, our money goes up. Colonies grow. They grow pretty fast, all things considered. Once one of these colonies gets done, that's going to become that 23 is going to become a 50, because you're going to lose the maritime negative once you have a bordering colony. And we are still growing despite running 3 things in an exploration. That's not bad. Debating fighting Wolgast. Wolgast is getting hammered in this fight here. They took some land against Holstein, and then they had a coalition. So we're going to see what they get released. But we want to not piss people off too much. So now we have people here. Who is this? This is Schleswig and Holstein themselves. What do we go for? Well, shipbuilding facility, we don't have the money for the docks. Gravel road network is not terrible. Gravel road network, and we're going to want to use this to get a CB, I think, on Schleswig. Question is, if I attack you, Luxembourg will not defend us. They only defend if we don't have a reason, but man, are we going to have a reason. We're going to take this region, Vestland. I'll take Schleswig itself. Preserve individualist ideas, support innovative, and no break alliance here. We will keep Scotland forever until they have a problem with us. And we want to attack you before anything bad happens. Just get rid of that. You won't join because you're having your own problems, or at least I think you're in debt. Yes. Something like that. We declare our war. Raise our levies. And this will be a quick war for us. We're getting closer and closer to becoming the official, like, Norway. Like, that's going to take us up to all of Scandinavia, which is nice. I think no, that is part of Schleswig. Want all of that. I could subjugate you. Wouldn't be terrible if I subjugate you. You probably would get more money from this than I would. In fact, we are going to subjugate you because I don't want to spend my diplomats to integrate this. Got my guys here. You will go take Vard. You'll take Rib. Want your money. I want your war reps. And we got to make them a vassal instead of a fiefdom. Fiefdom shares our ruler, meaning they'd technically be in the PU, and that just seems like a messy situation that we're better off not dealing with. Okay, march that out. Bring you to Schleswig. You take there. And you'll probably come close to accepting. We have to actually occupy the province itself. Group up there so we have more numbers. No bad rolls. We could blockade it. I like having my navy where they're at. I don't think we need to. There is gravel road network, centralization progress. We also got our tech that we're doing. Going through meritocracy, speed of integration, tax efficiency, all nice things to have. Now we just have Norway left, where we are Denmark to its core. And we actually are going to be right next up against Lubeck here. So, to be a vassal, you will pay for that fort that borders us. Anti-piracy agreement. Yeah, let's just make sure we have that. You can build. We don't want your stuff. You can keep your stuff. We just want you to be our subject here. For money. We're going to lower this. You are going to be disloyal. We are going to improve with you and enjoy your time as a vassal. There we go. Cessation of church functions. Yeah, I don't give a shit about church. Hell yeah. What do I need stability for? I got money. Give me the money. All right, next up we're going to fight Sweden. Or not Sweden, that is Norway. You aren't the ruler of our thing, are you? No, Sweden is. 191, we're at 157. Getting closer to the point where we could actually proclaim ourselves to be a kingdom. Informed country. We're gonna maybe... Do we integrate Schleswig and then release Denmark once we go the other way? Or we keep two? No. We're gonna need to keep track of our tax base. Having a stroke trying to get that one out. We're making money again. It's because we are not exploring. I want to keep the exploration going here. Let's go back and get the areas that we have not gotten yet. We don't care about Denmark here. Don't care about Canary Islands. Show me by exploration time. Hudson Bay is an easy one. Let's get that done. We'll send it from our area over here. Send the guy we've sent on so many things. He's a wonderful explorer. I wish like the explorers leveled up, you know? I wish they improved their stats over time. That'd be so nice. He's our heir. We send him off to do something. Fund research for 134. Not worth 134. That's a lot of money. A lot of money that I would rather put towards our exploration, our colonization, all of those things. We're just going to go right down the coast here, get it all to us, and eventually Once we get to around Maryland here, I think we will swap ourselves over, because by that point we should be pretty strong and pretty large, and it will be good. Don't lose money, we lose the satisfaction. That's easy. They're already very happy with us. I see that you are... We don't have tribes. Tribes give us some cool stuff. Stability investment cost, nice to have. Farming cost, nice to have. And that's it. That's all I want from them. Heathen beliefs, maybe. We don't have a lot of heathens, so we'll just leave them. But those two things will be very nice. It's going to help us save some money. We don't invest in our stability right now, but we probably will eventually. Keep our levies unraised. Are you winning this? No, you're getting siege. Great pestilence. This is bound to happen. It's not going to impact us. We are just killing natives because we brought them smallpox. We gave them all smallpox blankets. Not intentionally. We just didn't know better. So that's a damn shame. Western Sahara, Arabian, Canary Island. Give me the Canary Islands. One of you guys has surely embraced New World by now. Spreading in Sevilla. You know professional armies, you do not know New World. Are we getting professional armies in our capital? Oh, no, we're getting New World and Pike and Shot. As the Reformation not printing press not spawned? What is the requirements for this? Greater than 5 paper, has Renaissance, has University, and greater than 20 traditionalist versus innovative. We can actually spawn this. If we build a university. New goal. We're going to set up build a university. We're going to try to spawn the printing press. That'd be cool. Would be fun. Yeah, that would just be good, cool to do. We want to... in Katuko. Organize a witch hunt. Lose the stab here. Probably better for us in the long term if we do it that way. Yeah, we're going to stop our explorations, build a university, and see if we can't spawn the printing press for ourselves. That will be our thing. More than 5 paper. We probably produce more than 5 paper. Let's make sure we build another paper makers guild and give it a go. Lose some control, get more satisfaction. Less taxes for commoners. Don't want to do that. We make good money from our commoners estate. We're getting absolutely just hammered by our... by you. Why do you hate me? So he's made us embargo so many people. All because you're the naval headsman with 24 heavy ships? Why are you a jerk? Alright, we've gotten some colonization done. You can see by the fact that now these guys have gone up. Hudson Bay is almost done. Additional noble privileges is fine. Don't pay me much in taxes anyway. Trade efficiency goes up. I mean, I could do Quebec and just link up our areas. Let's give it a go. Action. No. You know, it costs 100 base. Makes it so expensive. All right, we're going to save up Build University, see if we can spawn printing press, and then I'll bring you guys back once we have an update or once we get progress on our colonies or once we finish our first colony. One of those things is going to happen. We'll spawn it ourselves or something cool will happen with this. So we'll bring you back once that happens. See you then. It happened. We got the printing press. We did it. We built our university, or at least... We didn't even build the university. We're in the process of building a university, and we got the printing press, which seems exploitable. Like, if I didn't want the university, I could tear it down and get my money back, right? But we want the university anyway. We crossed 5 paper, I assume. No, we're only making 4 paper. Let's read this. Does this actually work? Oh, we won't tell you. It was like 5 paper. Need to have some stuff, but we spawned printing press, so look at us go. That's actually very good for us. I think we could totally just do a challenge run where we try to force spawn all the institutions. But printing press is good because all of the stuff we want is all over here. So it's like all lined up for us. And we'll actually embrace that pretty fast. Jewelry output's great. Institution growth is great. Book output, paper, like this is all very, very, very good things for us. Crown power, paved roads, cabinet seats. Like, you know, military's cool. Exploration's fun. But this is where the economic might comes in, and that is in the printing press. So we could kind of puppy guard it for ourselves if we wanted to make enemies of everybody around us. It would never spread. But it's spreading now, so yeah, we'll spread in our land first. How much do we take to get this? 135. It's not actually terrible to embrace this. So that's cool. We're gonna go back doing our exploration because we are able to afford things as they stand. So just thought that was cool how fast that worked out in our favor here. We want to do Quebec. Yeah, do Quebec. Send it from... Ooh. That's not ideal. We'll do Newfoundland. Specifically because we don't want to send it from Greenland. Oh, our explorer died. Rest in peace. I guess Einar is going to go there, our pacifist, who's a little bit of a sinner. But send him out. Make us proud, Einar. Best of luck to ye. We don't want to indulge the Pope. I cannot wait to change religions because the Pope right now is really pissing me off with this thing. The amount of bad events we've had because they're stuck on a 1-1 tie is quite frankly absurd. Trade maintenance is cool. Nothing else is really great here except for the naval focus. We'll probably do the naval just because free development is never something you want to turn down. Do we have... Ooh, change policy. We're already favoring you. We're not going to enact that. You're going against your own interests there, so... Sorry. Lose prestige for free subjects is pretty worthwhile. Support or development, take the development, or is even Odense. It's Cord. It's got good control. Some roads are getting built here just naturally. You can kind of see all of those have roads. I think you actually have a road too here, which is interesting. How all this is going to work out here. I wonder our money jumped up. So, university is going to... What does the university give us, by the way? We haven't really looked at it. I know it gives you a bunch of literacy. Traction, institution growth, parliamentary traditions is good. We'll actually accept that. But, just good shit. Good, nice literacy and cultural influence, promotion speed, literacy growth. It'll just make us better. And our estates are actually really rich right now. They're putting in a lot of things here. So we can get either prestige and clergy. Our clergy like us a lot. They're trending negatives. Let's get the prestige here. And I think we can step away, right? The exploration will go out. We're going to, once we colonize these things, we're going to keep them as part of our union here. And we're going to just send a guy down to colonize Patusek. And let's just make sure I have this right in my head. It's not Patusek. It is... this one here, Namakeg. We're going to create a charter here. In fact, let's just do it now. Get it started now from Zealand. We'll pay money. Which brings us to 7 ducats. We're going to support as many of these as we possibly can, and we're just going to keep them all in. Provinces want more. You can lose. What are these? These are Skaholt markets. We barely get anything from you, so go ahead and lose your control. It'll tick back up, not a problem. And here comes colonial growth. Awesome. I'll bring you guys back once our first colony finishes. We're going to get everything set up here, and then we will maybe make our exits. We'll have to see what it takes. I don't know if we're going to be... we need to get a core over there, but we are going to flee to the New World and just reign supreme over here, probably once we embrace the tech itself. So... looking forward to that. It's still going to take a lot of time. And until then, we will just invest all of our economy into building the empire. And it will pay dividends down the line, but got to get there. So bring you guys back once our foothold is officially established. All right, we're almost done with our first colony here. We're going to run 5 of them simultaneously because we've gotten some really good influx in our economy here. Can't appoint anybody to our council here. We're out of people, so we're doing the promote member of the burger. We're going to get a burger guy into our council here. We did get another plutocracy event, so we're at 73% of the way towards forming our glorious republic. There is Labrador done. Stay as part of Greenland for now. We are going to move ourselves over there. We want to do a new colony beyond that. We're doing Newfoundland right now. We're kind of settling over here. Let's get this colonial charter. We're going to get everybody from Zealand. We're just going to literally go up the coast, make one contiguous giant thing. And then we'll see how it goes. I don't know what their satisfaction over here is going to be, but it can't be good. Right? One of you... You actually don't get a town, do you? Yeah, this is not going to be a town because we didn't make a colonial subject. When you give it to your subject, they get a town. So we're going to have untowned land everywhere. A little concerning. But I mean, that's why we got time to build it up, right? And this is all a market. This is its own market. This is going to be the Kenoharge market. Which apparently exists in no man's land that we have not discovered. Interesting. Checking our Renaissance spread and other things as well. Gotta make sure these guys don't rise up. The Swedes. Printing press is only in our nation. You can see it's starting to get a little bit in the traditional lands that it would spread in, but we've avoided it. Looks like New World is spreading. Looks like you've embraced it. Have you not? Not known. You've embraced pike and shot, though. You're going to be a little bit of a military power there. Curious, what do we need for the next step? We should think about confessionalism. So, dynamic rules. Europe or North Africa has a printer shop with at least one level. It's a town or a city. It is Catholicism. So we're going to probably go Protestant because I think Catholicism is fucked because of the Western Schism being glitched. So we're going to ignore that. Can't do that one. Global trade we could probably do. With dynamic banking, New World, it's in Europe or North Africa. Is a market center, has location of city, and has traded at least 500 goods. That's going to be tough, but maybe doable. When we move our capital, it's going to be less doable. Artillery. Let's check that out. Balloon, North Africa, Gunsmith, Tools Guild, and you need to have offense versus defensive. Some more defense, I guess. Anyway, we'll think about that. I got to take a call. I'll be right back, and we're going to come back once we have more updates. But more colonization coming along the way. That's what we got to look forward to. All right, we're back. It is 1472. I was going to check in 1475, but we are currently in Regency. A burger Regency, it would seem. Which maybe means we're getting closer to reforming into a republic. We just need the plutocracy. And we can go republic, it seems. So how are we with that? We're at that much. If I enacted... Can't really do sortition or strong guilds. That's going to be hard. But what I could do instead is get one of the guys who shift them. Because we're not going to really get much above 90% in Malmouche here. Let's go ahead and do the change social values. Are you the best man for this? Technically, it's the 82 guy, but we're going to do it. We'll do it with the 82 guy. Shift plutocracy. The guy who's doing it in Malmouche, we'll keep you there. Cat around me and some noise. But we are going strong with the colonization. We've reached the point I could do both these guys as rivals. Who's our heir? Do we have an heir? Or we don't have an heir. Who is in charge of you? Did the dynasty die? What? What is happening? Are we, like, fucked? Like, what is that? That's not good. we look at our plutocratic values, we're at 74. I need another 20 points. Land rights is 10. Anything else we can do that shifts towards plutocracy? I mean, it would tell us in the thing here, but I don't think it's going to exist. Yeah, it's a hard no. We're giving them damn near everything here. Our burgers are 38% strength. Crown is at 17%. Building investment cost is pretty good to have here, don't you think? Oh, these guys went away and came back. That's why we can do these again. Let's not waste our money on that in case we lose them. Doing a lot of colonization here. These guys in our explorers in Quebec don't have liquor, it seems. They have a lot of cloth, don't have liquor. We're trying to get a city here, because looks like when we take the area for ourselves, we don't get a city, which you do get when you have a... So our heir, and our courtier, for 5 prestige for us, sure. Enjoy the courtier. So we have no towns in the world over here, and I want to create some markets. In fact, I'm thinking of turning one of these places into market. Ideally, what I'd want to do is make a market like right here-ish, I think. Or maybe make one of these guys a market. I don't know. We're doing 5 at a time. We're going to get through our colonized land. We're trying to do some exploration, but we need to have the things available for them to grow. And liquor seems to be hard to come by. Kind of farming prestige. I don't know what's going on. Our game has gotten weird here, where the cabinet's all kinds of fucked, really. Like, we're in a burger regency. Burger estates are happier. Progress to plutocracy is actually very helpful here. Is the cabinet influence growing, or is that fixed? So max is... What that tells me is the max is 20 from the cabinet. I could get to 85 if I cut this from the estate. We're going to do it. Eat the satisfaction hit, remove it, get us towards burger. We're going to go republic. We're going to commit to it. We're going to become a merchant republic, and we're going to use that to rake in the dough. I do want to make you happier, though, so in return for that, we're going to go for primacy of the nobility. Keeps you from collapsing entirely. And anything else that's worth getting. Feels like a big no here. Yeah, so that'll counteract you a little bit. Money's in the negative here. It's because you're so pissed. Meaning, we only lose prestige. It's not terrible. We did lose the tax efficiency. Meaning our tax efficiency is garbo. Our crown power being low. Okay. Charge them fees. So what is... We'll take the money. Need to use that money to form a market. Markets aren't cheap. I want to make a Nantucket market. I don't actually know if I'm going to hold true to that. Definitely want to do a market up here. Maybe do like a Belle Isle market once we get this back. Let's go ahead and we're almost done with Casco. Let's get this one started from Zealand. Pay a little bit extra. We'll eat the cost. I'm trying to explore Quebec, which is right up here. Debated doing like this island here, but I think we'll do one here that can cover kind of this northern region, and then there's another one going to be like over here. And you'll cover that. So we have one for the north, one for here. Nantucket Island will kind of get to this region, and we're going to have one down here. We're going to have a bunch of little small areas here. Keep it as far as Greenland. There's an argument to be made for maybe like... lose legitimacy. Culture and opinion from Scotland. I would love to do that. Yeah. Let's do that. I want to do a saint here. We could do pike shot. Not with our current stability being what it is. That's why we're losing money, because our stability sucks. You have... I want 50 with you. We're going to do invite settlers with Norway. I want you to send settlers to this region here. So I think that's where we're going to at least get our first town. If we get a town here, we need 5,000 pop. All right, so we also need to get Belle Isle settled. I'll make Belle Isle a market. I'll make Nantucket a market. And then it's going to be starting to get towns set up over there with the money we have. We want to keep some funds to let our guys grow. The cost here is gone up massively. It's because we're doing 6 of these. We can afford 5 and still get decent income. We're also doing legitimacy, which is part of the problem here. But that is, expected. Stability very much low, but this is what we need to do in order to get us closer to plutocracy. And it will work out. Let's lose the commoner satisfaction. How close is our next parliament? 20 of these away. Okay. Could go. I want to get a friendship with one of you. Norway might like me. Guarantee me. Who would be my friend? Will you be my friend? A lot of small guys. It's actually a good time to fight you. Enemies in Scotland. Yeah, we're gonna get a claim. We're gonna take this land here and give it to Schleswig. We'll annex Schleswig, then release Denmark. I don't know. Maybe we just beat Schleswig. I like having Denmark as a subject, though, because we accept Denmark culture and we don't accept Frisian culture, which is what Schleswig is. In fact, we're just going to start the annexation here. Once you're loyal, 49.7. It's the relative power. Could get it lower doing a couple things. How's our pike shot spread? That's all right. How's printing press spread? It's coming along. We're getting closer to New World, so that's all the good things for us. I expect to make some money once we get the New World market sorted out here. We just haven't discovered our current market center. I want to make sure none of our insurgents. So we do have some insurgents who want to take down this region. That's why we want to core it before the nobility get uppity. In fact, I've kind of maybe made that bad. Values here, plutocracy is already at 84. We just need plus 10 here. We can get it from a parliament action. There's a couple parliament actions that will help us here. We definitely need the stability. But all right, I think we're going to come back when we have the first parliament here. We're just going to keep integrating these places directly for us. Not ideal, but I'm committing to leaving. Might not be the best long-term play, but it'll be fun. And that's what we're here for, is fun. Why do I only have 4 of these colonies? I did 5. Like crazy. Pretty sure I was doing 5. Let's run 5. We'll just deal with the negative and commit to doing 5 of these. Yeah, the legitimacy cost is what's counteracting us, so I don't mind that. It's the taxes as well. Okay, that will be fine. We just got to keep our stab high. Okay, cool. We'll come back when it's time to do something or something crazy happens. I don't know. Oh, what is our levy size over here? I should try to... Gotta be very careful with our nobility here. I'm scared of you. All right, we'll come back to Parliament, assuming the Parliament helps. Even if it doesn't help, maybe I'll show it off, but that will be in a year. So, see you then. All right, we are here with our new Parliament. The downside is we don't have anything that's going to improve plutocracy directly. Really wanting for like remote member of the burghers or something like that to be available. Instead, we'll do urbanization. It will help us. We have progress that I can use here. I mean, I'll do 1 shift for free subjects. And that's going to be it. No law changes can help me here? No. I mean, I could weaken the nobility. They don't need us to weaken them anymore. Yeah, nothing there. Damn. That is a shame. We're slowly unlocking some other stuff. Let me go ahead and pick up add these to the queue here since we don't have a lot of stuff. We want coastal forts, we want supply carts. That's everything we can possibly research right now. This is all subject to change once we pick up these guys here, but we want to get in the positive and stability before doing that. We can pick up New World right now. Stability is a problem, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're going to just keep colonizing until we can't colonize no more. I really need an event. You can get events to shift us there. We need one event to get plutocracy up. We're at 85. It quite literally can't go any higher. I think we're stuck with events. I'm going to reassign my cabinet guy, but he's going to be assigned to that the second we need it. We're going to encourage migration. He's got 100. Let's encourage migration to Nantucket here. We want to get Nantucket to 5,000 pops. That is our goal. Start growing that up. Might not be the fastest because we don't have the New World stuff. We also want to create a market here. I want this island to be done so I can create a market here. So that's going to be a thing. Lose some money, whatever. Got time before these all finish. We need to re-up a colonist. Life in Loon, we lose the support. That's not a problem. All right, we get a new town in Vordenburg. People will build stuff there. That's fine. Welcome to town status. That's more money for us, more money for our subjects too. You know what I didn't do? I didn't get a claim on Norway there like I wanted to do. Well, they have Sweden as an ally. That would be probably death for us. Just because we don't have the strength there yet. Let's improve with you a little bit. You're just slightly disloyal. I could have culture investment. Not going to do that because we're going to be stuck in the negatives of lack of... There we go. 0.08, and now I can integrate you. I think. Russia merchants or extra benefits. This is probably trade advantage. We don't need the advantage, really. I want the capacity right now. Although the burger trade isn't too massive until you get the second building. Yeah, it's not super effective. All right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to, instead of doing normal links with Schleswig, we're going to go to subject actions. We are going to support loyalists with you. And then what we want to do is start the integration next month. And we'll do that. Won't worry about this 0.08 we're paying here. It's minor, but still. And business as usual. I thought we'd be able to get it that time. I was wrong. Worker trade capacity is going to last for a long time. This guy, we could make him take the throne or ennoble him. Our plutocracy shift changed. We had last plus 20 there. We needed plus 10 and then that. There's a plus 10 plutocracy event. We just need to get lucky here, I think. That's what it comes down to. Let's go ahead and steal some more maps for you. You get infamy from this, but it's not enough to really stop us. Let's get the Gulf of Guinea. Please and thank you. And eventually we'll get the Treaty of Tordesillas, but no one else has colonized yet, which is good for us. We're about 40 years, 30-ish years actually, past the start of the colonialist period. We're still just growing the colonies. This guy's still stalled here. He needs liquor. We need to make one liquor guy. Question is, what does liquor need? Right, you need... None of those, really. You need a market village to make a liquor. Right? No, you make pots. What makes liquor? Let's go look at that. I probably need a city is what that's going to tell me here. What do we have a shortage of? Need a town. Need a town. We need Nantucket to grow, which is... It's growing a little bit. New dynasty in Loon. We can crown him. Or we lose staff. We don't want to lose staff. That's a no. Our duke is unmarried. Whatever. We lose a cabinet guy. Whatever. Give a burgher this seat. Committing to making the burgher estates powerful. And he is unmarried. We'll need to marry him off. We need to have some guys for that. We have our own dynasty now. So any reason to stay in Scandinavia I've now lost because we don't even have the Union, which would have been nice. And they've now crowned their rulers. So we are done with all of this. They've failed to keep the dynasty afloat. Not surprising, considering it's the AI. And so we have broken free. Money is now coursing into our economy here. Quite liberally. Crown power is our consequence. 18 crown power. Could get that up by building some things. They are all expensive, though, so I don't want to. We'll just reap the money here and put it towards our growth of these. When is this done? This is at 163. Okay, are we gaining favors with you each month? I need to keep an eye on this. It doesn't tell me. We should be able to improve culturally with Scotland soon. National economy and communalism. This is not the event we want, but it's along the same vein here. We'll do that just for the stab, because we really, really want that. These guys are now all in the positive, meaning we won't get any more bumps to our taxes from them. Union contribution doesn't exist anymore, so we can up that. Cost of colonies is the same. Nobility insurgent is a concern. Soiree, for legitimacy or for prestige. We'll need to make sure this doesn't fire. If this fires, we are in trouble. Comes down to the nobility power. Can you make a market? We're going to make a market here. Got the Nantucket. You're going to have one over here-ish, maybe on the... Here. We can move the market later. Prioritize the now. Whose is right there? Oh, this is the market leader. You stay part of Greenland. Keep going up the coast here. You're the adjacent region. New Zealand. It's a lot of money we're paying. How fast do you grow? Bet you we can send more colonists. Need a diplomat. What am I? It's the spy network that's causing that. We can get the ruler married here. PU with Scotland sounds fun. She's a Habsburg. We get the second in line Habsburg for the throne. Yeah, sure. Won't stay long enough to get the PU, but it's a fallback if something else goes wrong. We really need to deal with this nobility problem. So if I pay them money, a lot of these guys are gonna leave it. Don't have the money to pay them yet, but I will. I remember we need to save up for that. Could embrace several institutions. Could also cut your taxes for a little bit, and you'll tick up faster. No, you won't. Lose prestige. Scotland can lose a little bit here. Solve among yourself. All right, let's give this a go. Give them some money. They'll reinvest it. We can't afford to have this pop. That's our only concern. So now that we have this, give it a month. A lot of them go away. There's still a few. Best way to address that is by keeping our taxes for the nobility pretty low here. Keep that growing up. Obviously the sun. Obviously. We got roughly 10 of those. A lot of them are going to leave. We don't care about the guys up here. We care about everybody else. I don't know if we're going to get any migration in Nantucket, so let's not worry about that. Let's do the assimilation stuff. More Icelandics. Let's sort by pop. Anyone? You got 4% there. Should do percentage, really, instead of pop, but we're sending people to our isles from the high pop areas. That's why I'm doing that reason. So eventually when they get here, I'll be more high pop. A lot of more people are leaving this. You're now at 0.14. Okay, so it's only the guys in the far north here. And even there on the way out. We're not going to stop those guys up there. But the New World is clean of that. There you go. There we go. So you got to keep them happy. Nobility, you can go back to having your tax set. There is a single one, which we could actually make a new market from. An urban location. Disagree. Okay, we should be fine. As long as we don't piss the nobility off, we will be fine. And we'll get the tax money brought in. We need you to hit 1,000 pop. How does that gonna help us? How's your growth? We have a son. You have settlers you can invite me once we have a diplomat. $88 growth. This is gonna pop. Do I want to stop this? Or do we just put it down? So the problem we have now is we're never going to get the plutocratic stuff all the way maxed out because we got rid of the plutocratic regency. So it might honestly be better if I go back and get tax efficiency again. We're going to do it. I know we're spending all this time paying it off, but the big benefit here is that we're now only 10 reasons for plutocracy. So if we get certain state events, we can force it that way anyway. And there we have it. That's all fine. Next over here, reduce trade investment or lose burger satisfaction every day there. You want this colony to be done. Once you're done with your colonial charter, we can form the market here. I'm pretty sure, at least. Because Nantucket's not urban. Yeah, you're a rural settlement. We want to make you a city, but we can't make you a city until we get enough pops. 5,000 pops. Lose a little bit of the preacher man. That just needs to be finished. About to finish a colony. I'm going to have to put my money back into things. Once our markets are set up, we're mostly fine. There's an argument to be made to take New World right now. I'd listen to that argument. Build needs to be paid, though. 7 ducats to max out our stability investment. Let's get our markets created. Then we invest in stability. Then we're going to go New World. whatever we don't care about. All in on the New World. So first things first, we want to get the market made. Meaning we need to get this paid off. We're going to keep our growth. Until we get a town here, we're not going to be able to explore more just because of the way our colonial range is going to reach out. So that's going to be a whole thing. With that being said, I think we're going to put a cut in here. Next episode, what we can expect, embracing these institutions, getting the text done, still more colonization, hopefully getting our first town set up if I can force feed you guys, like Nantucket's at that much. Best way to do that is with these invite settler interactions. We're going to use that to just keep getting people over here. We're just going to force feed, get one town. Once we get one town, it's open season. Also, once we embrace this, we can do normal trade, so we can do everything we want. So that's the game plan. We'll hopefully stick to it. We're going to keep taking maps, and it's time to go to the colonies. Also, I don't know if I started it. I need to annex you. Got my diplomat. Let's do this before I forget. Let's just do one month tick here. Basically, I'm spending 18 ducats to start an integration instead of waiting for it, which is not really what I want here. But I'll take it. So start the integration here. Need to fight Norway. Don't need to fight them, but probably we'll try to fight them at some point. Give Denmark our rich lands. Don't love that, but it's fine. And we'll get to January, then we'll put the cut in here. That way it's even game. And then we'll run it to the next one. Our trade went down here. We're making an insane amount of money. What's going on with the trade? It's only Lubeck. Okay. London. More cores are rolling in. You're the last colony here, so you're going to be done in one tick. I want to make Nantucket a new market. You need to be urban or have less than market access. We have that. We can do a market here. New market is in Belle Isle. There you go. Make your new market. Make a bunch of money. That means we can make the first town that comes in. Take the area as part of Greenland. Where was that? That was up here in the north. We want to keep doing Newfoundland. So get the charter, get New Zealand. I want to depopulate Denmark, which sounds terrible if you really think about it, but that's our goal. And we should have one more of these. Did I lose one, or did I get one and not replace it? It's very much possible. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's all of ours. You're adjacent. You're going to be... Right, Zealand. There we go. Run those two. And you don't have enough market access. So we need to go somewhere up here to get the market access. Let's wait and see what this does. So it finishes in February of 1480. We can at least see what the new market looks like. I think that's worthwhile. Einer's son. Who can become a rival? We can rival Norway. I don't want to rival Norway. What are you missing? Severe winter. Oh, I forgot this is here. Increase ties to neighbors, support noble cabinets. No. Trade efficiency is nice. Gathering industry. Let's go for the expand gathering industry. I don't mind supporting innovative. And I don't mind supporting traditional economy. Normally I like reduced opinion, but I'm worried about... Yeah, we don't have plutocratic support. Damn. Hope we can get those events to fire. Town seats. Yes, we'll grant it. Strengthen our guys here. Here comes the market. And this will give us a new market we can do. Okay. Cutting to the markets of the Kenohari, we now have our market up here. So show me the market. So this is the Belle Isle. It has been most of the land we've taken up north is all part of it. So that means like you in the far north, you probably have no access. But even up further, when do we start getting access? So over here is when we start to go. It means when we build roads, you guys will get more and more access. It means we can make money off this place. It means we're also the leader of a market now. And all good things for us. Okay. Nantucket Market we would love to make just to kind of compete. Honestly, Bell Island Market. Hard to tell what's what. Probably want to have one over here-ish. Bam, bam, bam. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anywho, time to put a cut in. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've been Sean Spruce Screeners, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.